Welcome back. We are cutting across to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visuals here in Egypt, where he is currently visiting the important cultural site of Egypt. These are pyramids of Egypt that are world famous and popular. After visiting the centuries-old Al-Hakim Mosque in Cairo and later the Heliopolis War Memorial, now Prime Minister Narendra Modi, after visiting the Premier, Mr. al-Sisi, in the presidential palace, is currently at the site of these pyramids. As you can see, Prime Minister Modi there on your screens visiting the centuries-old pyramids in Egypt. Let me take this across to my colleague Abhishek Jha, who is joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, this entire cultural significance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Egypt is rendered even more important considering the number of places that he's choosing to visit. This time, his destination is the pyramids that Egypt is so known for.
Yes, and we know that, tourism happens to be one of the key backbone of Egyptian overall economy, and Indians are the second largest travelers who go to Egypt mostly for the purpose of tourism. Pyramids happens to be one of the much awaited site for everybody's life. Just to take that, okay, you have been there, you have seen that, and Prime Minister must be having a good time seeing the pyramids, and that is also in a way, asking other Indians that these are the good places in pyramids that you could visit. So, and also Prime Minister has, whenever he is visiting a country, he is always people visit other countries. Like in USA also, he asked people to visit India, so that it's just a way to engage people. It's just a way to give a push to the overall tourism and hospitality industry. Prime Minister's visit to these 5,000 or 7,000 years old structures are also in a way amazing that the linkages of past that existed well before 2,000, 3,000 years ago, when Indians had a close relationship, a trade relationship with the Egyptian civilization.
Absolutely. And these are the Pyramid of Giza, Abhishek, and this becomes a very, very important destination. You talk about the tourism that the country also stands for. Exploring these destinations like the Al-Hakim Mosque, like the War Memorial in Heliopolis, and now the Pyramid of Giza becomes very significant when it comes to this strategic visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Cairo, in Egypt.
Of course, we have seen Prime Minister had a very busy day since morning. He's been meeting high-level dignitaries, cabinet ministers, President Fattah al-Sisi. He's also visited Al-Hakim Mosque, he visited this War Memorial, and now he's visiting this Giza pyramid in Egypt. These are the few big pyramids left in a very great condition, one should say, and these are a very mysterious structure in a way that how did the technologies or how did the expertise existed way back, like 5,000 years ago, when such structures, such huge and big structures were created. Apart from those, moments when Prime Minister has been seen visiting around, we have also seen President Fattah al-Sisi accompanying Prime Minister when Prime Minister was visiting that Al-Hakim Mosque, which has been made or renovated by the contribution of the Dawoodi Bohra community. That was a 1,000-year-old structure. So, the overall purpose of renovating that structure was to create a site that is very religious and Islamic in nature for the people, and also to create a site that can push for the religious overall tourism. So tourism is in the core of Egyptian business, Egyptian economy, and such moments when Prime Minister would be visiting these places, and of course these pictures will beam throughout these things. And it will be, and people would see. Certainly, the curiosity that is already there is going to be, even renewed, and maybe more and more people from India would love to go and visit the sites in Egypt and probably Egyptian pyramids also.
Also, Abhishek, what else is left as part of the Prime Minister itinerary in Cairo today, and what time is he going to, again, emplane for India?
So he's going to meet some of the Indian diaspora today, and after that, he has not many of the engagement, and then he will enplane for the Delhi in the evening.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Abhishek. What we are going to do is we're going to take a look at all of that has been part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's itinerary. Right now, he is at the pyramids of Giza, an important World Heritage Site and also something that has been a marvel, a wonder. This is a 10,000-old pyramid structure that we are looking at as far as Egypt is concerned. And when it is about boosting tourism in the country, that's where most of the tourists really go ahead and get attracted when Egypt is concerned. Before visiting the pyramids of Giza, the Prime Minister was in the Al-Hakim Mosque, which is another wonder that Egypt houses. This is a 1,000-year-old mosque which was only recently restored and repaired by the Dawoodi Bohra community from India that forms a loyal vote bank for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and this also can be seen as an outreach of the Prime Minister, considering he made it very, very significant to actually go ahead and visit there. There was also a quote that had come out from the Grand Mufti of Egypt, where he'd spoken about the pluralism that the country stands for and hailed Prime Minister Narendra Modi for all the aspects that India celebrates. On the other hand, he's also visited the Heliopolis War Memorial and paid his homage to about 4,000 Indian soldiers who had lost their lives in the First World War, as they had actually participated in the war when it is from various sites. We also are given to understand that there are certain memorandums of understandings that are being signed between Egypt and India. Also, the highest state honor, that is the order of the Nile, has been given to and conferred to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That becomes a very, very significant honor yet again. Like I said, it's a highest state honor that has been granted to any of the world leaders. The order of the Nile for Prime Minister Narendra Modi also speaks about the kind of equation that Egypt and India have with each other. The other aspect of this strategic visit is, of course, India wanting Egypt to have a space as far as BRICS is concerned. This is also in the wake of China trying to push its clout and get Pakistan on it. So in that regard, India would want an Egyptian presence as far as BRICS is concerned. Also, it is very significant because Egypt holds a crucial geostrategic significance, as 12% of the global trade passes through the Suez Canal. And that's why India and Egypt trade relations become an important aspect of this particular trip. That is also going to be addressed. We will very shortly possibly be also having a joint press conference of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Egyptian counterpart before he actually heads back to the country. That is going to happen.